Anthony, after a bit of speculation, you've committed your future to Newcastle United for the long-term future. How does it feel to have done so?
No, amazing. I've obviously knew this was going to happen since the summer, so it's just been a long time of waiting, to be honest, to sign it off, get it sort of all done, and yeah, just get it all sorted. It's quite a complicated process, so just to get it done feels good.
When all that noise is going on in the background, what's that like for you as a player?
Yeah, it's not easy, because I think sometimes your perception from the outside can be guided by information people read and stuff, which is obviously not true a lot of the time. Some might be true, a lot of the time it's not. So I think me knowing this was in the process, just waiting for it to sort of get out there has been hard for me, because I've wanted to do it for a long time. It's just, like I said, it's quite a complicated process, so just waiting, but now it's finally done. I think, everyone knows I'm committed, which I always have been, and I'm happy that's going to be the case going forward.
And of course, you set yourself such high standards last season. When this season maybe didn't start quite as spectacularly as that, I suppose people put two and two together and come up with, by the sounds of things, 5, because clearly you are committed and you just want to go out and play your best football. Exactly
that. I think that's the thing that is quite hard, is I think the perception was that because I didn't start well, that all the speculation was true, when in reality I just wasn't very fit. It's been quite a hard summer for me. Even just getting back to myself, I was sat on the bench the whole summer, so it wasn't easy for me mentally and physically. So I was just getting back into the swing of things. It took me a couple of games. I'm probably still going, but I never had any doubt that I'd start to pick up and I'd get fitter. The more I play in this team, the more confident I feel, and it's just getting that back and getting used to playing our style again.
I guess that's the thing people maybe don't understand, because you didn't play much at the Euros. Maybe people don't understand why that does have its sort of physical effect, but I guess it's the mental effect as well, isn't it? It's both combined.
Yeah, mentally it's much harder than physically, because I can't get fit. It took me a couple of games, but I feel really fit already. It's just them opening games where I didn't feel fit at all. But mentally is where it's quite hard, because I go from having a season of having to being on the bench, not getting any minutes. It's not easy. I'm away from my family for 6-7 weeks. It's a very, very lonely place at times, being in that situation. And like I said, just coming back into our environment and getting used to it again, our style of play, the managers we're working. It just took me a couple of games, but obviously I love it here and I feel refreshed now.
The fitness comes, of course, but how else did you get yourself to the levels where it feels like you are very close to your top levels again now?
I think I've always had a mindset of I can't be outworked. If I outwork everyone, I'm going to succeed. And even that, it's hard to remember what you do when you haven't been playing. What your natural mindset is, you sort of forget it. It's a weird process. But just getting back to that basic foundation of I have to outwork everyone, I have to outrun everyone. I think the City game was the first time I've done that this year, and I was like, actually, if I run, I play well. I forgot what that feels like. So I was just getting back to that stuff, the basics.
And what was Eddie Howe's sort of messaging to you throughout that period as well?
I spoke to him a lot over the summer. He was very good. He was just trying to make the process easier for me. Having honest conversations with me. He didn't want it to be a season where, because of all the speculation and all the nonsense, that it affected me in the season for too long. I think he knew it would affect me for a length of time, but it was about just cutting that down as much as we possibly could. And I feel like in total, probably 3-4 bad games is not the worst after the summer, yeah.
The War Flags display as well, we spoke about it at the time, but the War Flags display against Manchester City, what sort of impact did that have on you in terms of making you feel loved by the fans?
Listen, I know I'm loved. The way they make me feel on the pitch and off it, whether I see them in the street or whether it's in the stadium. When I get the ball, I can hear them just encouraging me from behind me. But that's a different level in terms of, you don't really ever see that from any club. To sort of pick one player out and give that affection is incredible. And like I said, after the game, I've got my family there, my little boy. That's stuff that I can show him when he's older. there's not many things in football I can show them and be like, there will be, but it's football stuff. Do you know what I mean? That really means they love me as a person as well. So it's just like a legacy thing, and yeah, when I get to show them, it's really impressive.
The fans are obviously a factor. Why else have you decided to commit yourself to the club for such a long time?
The same reason I joined. I just think the club's in a great place. Since the takeover, it's just been up and up. The gaffer, me and the gaffer, a perfect match in terms of style of play. I love it here. I'm very happy here. I like living here. I like the team. Like I said before, it's very suited to me. And we need to win a trophy. The short story is we need to win a trophy. I think winning a trophy here would be unbelievable because we've waited so long for it. Fans have waited so long. To be part of that team who finally does it is a massive goal of mine.
You talk about legacy. I mean, there is no bigger legacy, is there? Having flags of you now, just imagine what it'd be like if you won a trophy.
Yeah, exactly. If that was a taster of me without a trophy, I can't wait to see what comes after that. But I think just the city in general, the fans, the way the past couple of years have gone before the takeover, from what the fans tell me and stuff when I see them in the street, it's been hard. It's been a long time waiting for success and a bit of excitement. So yeah, we've had a good couple of years. Now if we can take that next step and bring a trophy, yeah, I can only imagine what it's going to be like.
Just final couple, Anthony, you mentioned your family there. Obviously, you've got a little boy now. You've, I think, just moved house as well. How settled do you feel in Newcastle now, and the family as well?
Yeah, very much so. I think we've always felt settled because Geordies are so like easygoing, so welcoming, very easy to speak to, and always want the best for you. It's a very easy place to come and live, I think. But like I said, I've had a couple big things going on lately, which have helped me settle even more. Moved a bit closer in the city, so yeah, I feel very connected to everyone, especially at the minute. Teammates and fans and everyone involved.
We're speaking to you here at Newcastle United Foundation. You've popped in to meet little Ivy. Tell us a little bit about that today.
This sort of thing, doing this like today, it's incredible, really, because just being able to be in a position I'm in to have an impact, to even make her happy is crazy. I think when it's all said and done, football and all the rest of it, it all finishes at some point. But that stuff, what kind of person you are, creating them sorts of memories with that little girl that's what life really about in the end. I thoroughly enjoyed playing football with her. She's an amazing footballer and just good energy, good to be around. Love spending time with her. Created a new celebration, which hopefully you'll see soon. But yeah, lovely little girl.
I know you'd waited a little while to kiss the badge against Manchester City, and now you've got another one that you're obviously desperate to bring out.
Yeah, I might have to do what Bruno does. He does about 10. So I might have to do that, or I'll skip the badge for one game and do a little Ivy celebration. I'm sure they'd understand, especially once hopefully the video will go out of the day I've spent with her and stuff. They'll get to know more about her. I think they'll understand. Just
finally, you talk about the long-term aspirations. Clearly, that is winning the trophy. What about this season? It's been a pretty good start. You've still scored 2 goals, even though by your own admission it's been a slow start. What's the end for this season? I think Champions League, always. Champions League and a trophy. I don't see why we shouldn't be ambitious, ever. Individually, I'm not like that. I'm always ambitious to probably a delusional extent, but I think if you don't believe, no one else is going to. Yeah, I want to play in the Champions League. That's where, as a player, I see myself. I see that's where I should be. I'm sure many others in the squad feel like that. Last year's experience was so good and so bitter in some ways, because I just don't feel like we should have went out. We obviously lacked a lot of players, and yeah, I feel like with a full squad and that experience of doing it now, I feel like we could really go on and compete in them competitions. But yeah, like I said before, the trophy I think is probably the one we need. And last year your form got you into the England squads as well. Now with your future fully committed, I guess you want to keep on progressing personally as well and keep on pushing on to even higher things. Yeah, I think last year has obviously been my best year, but that's in the past. I need a better last year.
in every way, numbers and just the way I play, more running, more everything. I want to succeed more. I want to win a trophy, get Europe. Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed last year, but it's in the past, and this year I want to go to a level I haven't been at yet.